Hi, I'm Harry Harris. I'm the MD of SUSD. We're a development manager for private equity funds here in London. I think it's very useful, especially in the current climate. There's a lot of change in various asset classes, and I think there's an awful lot of institutional investors that don't really understand the differential, and to understand the operational environment a lot more, I think is very, very helpful and beneficial. I think it's really important to basically share knowledge for a start. I've learned an awful lot today, primarily around the ESG agenda, but also people's attitudes towards operational real estate. And it's interesting that so many people don't really have a full understanding of it. More and more things I think are moving towards operational real estate now. Everybody's aware that there's a massive subscription economy, and I think real estate is moving towards that now with the advent of WeWork. They were obviously the trailblazers for that, but I think hospitality has been in that sector for a very, very long time, but commercial real estate is now following suit. I think it's impacting ours on quite a large scale because we work primarily with institutional funds and corporate investors, and they're needing to understand that market more and more and those asset classes more and more because they're an alternative to the traditional asset classes. Some people still believe it's just purely a management structure, whereas I think now landlords and owners have to engage far more carefully with their operators to both increase the revenues and preserve the cash flow. And it's all about the cash these days, and therefore if you've got a clearer picture of where the cash is coming from and your operator is closer to you, I think that helps enormously. So I think people are now understanding the benefit and the added value that a good operator brings. I think it's unlikely from what I've seen. I think people need much more flexibility. Looking at the real estate landscape at the moment, there's huge uncertainty, and that looks to be the case for some years to come. And I think people enjoy the flexibility of operational real estate and that it's far more dynamic, and occupancies on all sectors seem to be much stronger. Our panel was about repurposing existing buildings, and I think that's pretty appropriate in London. We work primarily in London, and we've got huge experience in repurposing various buildings for either co-working, co-living, hospitality, hotel, and members clubs. And the other two members also, one operates in London, one operates in Germany, but all about repurposing buildings and actually the advantages that brings now with the ESG agenda. I think we all agreed that there is a good emotional response to existing buildings and repurposing existing buildings, and most people appreciate that and get kind of excited and have an emotional attachment to those buildings.